Here is Country Music News International, and today on the show we have Scott Shipley. Scott, welcome to Country Music News International. Now, personally.
Howdy. Thanks for having me on here. And by the way, I have to tell you before we start, you give the best interview questions. You keep us on our toes. We never know what you're going to throw at us, so I'm ready. Let me have it.
Cool. By the way, I have a good friend here in Nashville who helps me with the questions. He did a probably good job. Believe it or not, the questions are probably close to 20 years old.
Wow.
But we were sitting together on these questions probably a half day or more to create them. So I'm really happy you like the questions.
Oh, yeah.
But folks, this time, in fact, I sent Scott my whole list of questions, and he answered them fully. And you can read it at Country Music News International when you Google on the website. We will talk about a little bit more about what's he doing in his private time. Scott, so let's start with the first question. What's the first you do when you come home?
Well, I live up in Missouri about half the time and here in Nashville about half the time. So when I'm here, I have to be all business. And when I'm back home, I like heading to the trees.
So, by the fact you like the trees, you're more the nature boy.
Yeah, I spend my holidays, when you get older and your family passes on, I spend Christmas with my little boy, and then I head out to the trees, sit out in the woods, and kind of visit with family members, if you know what I mean.
That, by the fact, I didn't know that you have a boy.
Yeah, I missed that day in school when they told us about that, but my little boy just turned 5, and he's about this tall, and his name is Porter.
So do you want to see Porter in the music business too?
Yes and no. I think that's every parent's dream and every parent's nightmare. When he was 2, I handed him my practice pad, my drum practice pad, and a pair of sticks, and he instantly went to proper grip, match grip. And I thought, okay, here we go. I started clapping my hands, and he was playing right in time with me. So I think it's kind of chose him already.
Okay. When you have spare time, what's your after just only not by the trees? What do you want? What are you doing?
I love reading. I'm a sponge. I like learning, especially history. I think it's important to know where we're headed. You have to go back and see where we've been. And, I think these days with what all is going on in politics, we've forgotten a lot of the past that we shouldn't have forgotten. So I spend my time trying to learn and trying to read and trying to add new words to my vocabulary. My hillbilly is a little, hillbilly's better than my English, but,
What's your favorite word?
Oh, man. I would have to say probably betwixt.
Give us an example for everybody who might be is not so familiar with this word.
It's kind of fallen out of vogue about the same time my sideburns and overalls did. It's an old word. It means between, like right here betwixt us is this magazine.
Oh, got you. Okay. By the way, when you are at home, we see you now really walking around really comfortable with long john jeans, I will call it, or how will you call it?
Overalls.
Overalls. Mm-hmm. You walk around at home like the same style, or do you make it more comfortable?
It's, not to sound like an advertisement, but man, if you've never worn overalls, Christian, I'm telling you, you would never get out of them. They're comfortable, they travel good, they're good for dress. You throw on a dress jacket over them, and it's formal. I did wear my non-faded ones today since I knew I was going to be on the television. But man, overalls are just about it. Aside from Pants-Free Friday at my house, overalls is about all I wear.
Okay. By the way, can you cook?
I love cooking. That's kind of one of my favorite pastimes. I picked that up from my mom and my grandma both.
So what's the favorite you cook?
I like trying to attempt to fix German dishes at home. And I've traveled. I've been really lucky. I've got to travel so much that picked up tastes from different places. Goulash, not American goulash, that's Hamburger Helper. Authentic Hungarian goulash. I love English and Scottish food. Robert Burns' night last month fixed actual hillbilly haggis, neeps and tatties, and Guinness gravy.
By the way, how can someone makes you happy?
You know, I think probably the most important thing to me, I love everybody. I just want you to be authentic. Just be honest. I think if we all just tried to be honest with each other, the rest would sort itself out.
Okay. What's your favorite drink?
That's a toss-up. Back in my wilder days, it used to be a jar with X's on it flavored like corn. These days, I would have to say probably coffee.
Okay.
I'm getting old.
Oh, come on. We're not getting old. We just getting experience.
That's a good way of looking at it. Make sure you don't show my experienced hairline.
When you have time to go to the cinema or to the theater, what's the favorite thing you like to watch?
Movies are kind of a 2-hour escape from reality for me. I love historical movies. You know, authentic historical movies are great. Comedies. You know, I like to be able to get out of the real world for a few minutes and kind of clear my head. I try to watch at least 30 minutes of Andy Griffith or the Waltons every day for that same reason.
Okay. What's the biggest difference between Nashville and your hometown?
Besides about 250,000 people, you can make it. Well, I live on the town square in my hometown. And you can make it pretty much anywhere you need to in town in about 10 minutes time. Nashville, that'll get you down the driveway and around the block, and that's about it.
Folks, by the way, he had a couple of tattoos. We will like to figure out now if he can remember how old he was when he had got his first tattoo.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I was pretty wholesome in my younger day, actually. Believe it or not, some of y'all are laughing. I think I was probably 40 when I got my first tattoo.
Oh, goodness. What did your mom say?
You know, it's funny because I got two on the same day. I got a wagon wheel and I got a mule shoe. Mm-hmm. And my mom loved it because the mule shoe was for both of my, Missouri mules, because I am a little bullheaded. And both of my grandfathers were blacksmiths, so that was kind of for them. And then the wagon wheel, of course, for Porter Wagner, hometown, West Plains, Missouri.
Okay. So what's the best way now for the folks when they like to find out more about you?
Come see one of my shows. Pretty much get to see everything that I have been and will be on stage. They can always contact me through Facebook. I've got a music page. I believe it's facebook.com/Scott Shipley Music. And I answer every message on there personally. I like to take the time to do that.
So folks, you stay here on Country Music News International. We keep you posted. My name is Christian Lamitschka.